For those of you who aren't too familiar with DSPM, let's conclude with a quick 5-minute overview of data security posture management. An easy way to understand it is by separating data security into two pools. In one pool, you have data at rest, and in the other, you have data in motion. And data in motion is all about protecting data that's moving from one place to another. And data at rest is all about data that's being stored in a data store like a database or a OneDrive or a cloud storage container. And although Cyera secures both data at rest and in motion, DSPM specifically focuses on data at rest, that your data is growing exponentially year over year at a scary rate, and hidden among all that is sensitive data like credit card numbers, like full names, or national IDs. So Cyera's DSPM solution answers three simple yet critical questions. Number one, where is my sensitive data? Number two, who has access to that data? And number three, what's at risk? So the first question, where is my sensitive data? You can't secure what you don't know about. So the first thing we do is take an inventory of all the resources in your environment, your databases, the Google Drives, the cloud storage containers. Then we scan those and we surface the sensitive data. We surface the credit card numbers, the bank account numbers, the passwords, the medical test results, etc. And we identify them. We identify the sensitivity of that data. Now, the classification of Cyera is our bread and butter. What makes Cyera great is its precision. What makes it exceptional is our approach of using machine learning to determine context. Context is everything. Context changes the way that we take action on that data. Data that's stored, for example, in Europe has to be handled differently than data that's being stored in Canada or the States. Customer or patient data has to be handled differently than employee data. The context changes the way that we're going to govern. So first question is, where is my sensitive data? And put context around it. Then the next question is, who has access to that data? Well, we can see things like, show me all of the public access that has access to my sensitive data, all the public, like anonymous identities that have access to my public data. We can look at things like external identities. Maybe you have contractors from a different domain that has access to your sensitive data, and you can validate that. You can look at users that have multi-factor authentication disabled. You can look at access through Copilot, users that have access to sensitive data that also have Copilot enabled, or things like machine learning platforms that are machine learning platforms or services that have access to sensitive data. So that's the second question, who has access to that data? And the final question, what's at risk, is where we surface issues. Cyera comes with out-of-the-box policies, which are conditions that trigger issues. You can define conditions like, hey, I'd like to find all of the credit card numbers in my environment that's being stored in plain text. Or I'd like to find all the publicly exposed sensitive data in my S3 buckets, for example. And if you have a policy, if there's a policy that's not working for you all, an out-of-the-box policy, then there's always ways to configure custom policies that are relevant to your environment. So those are the three questions we answer. Where's my sensitive data? Who has access to that data? And what's at risk? Thank you for joining us today. Know your data, keep it secure. If you'd like to find out more and schedule a demo, you can find us at cyera.io. Thanks, everyone. Bye-bye.